All right.
Mr. Shanghai, how are you doing?
You're doing very well.
Very early
At 4 a.m.
At 4 a.m.
Yeah.
How is your everyday routine?
So when we are running, we start the day very early. I set my alarm at about 4, and we start the race at about 4:45, depending on which day of the week. So we run every other day, minimum 3 days a week, and we start the race at about 4:45. We try and finish by 6:30 to then be able to be in the office by 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have rest day.
We run 3 days a week.
How does your rest day look like as well?
My rest day is not really a rest day. It's a day when I get to the office early at about 7 a.m. and that's a day of doing the gym as well, and days of playing golf as well. I do play golf apart from running.
Solo runs or a group?
And so we run with a team of 3-4 people. The gentleman behind there is called John Terrer, and we have 2 others we run with.
Yeah.
Yes, so I prefer running with the team. I'll call it resilience. It's about balance, being able to, and that's the reason why we start very early.
Yeah.
We start at 4:45 to then be able to get to the office quite early. So you don't even realize that I've come from a run.
Yeah.
Being able to get there at 8 a.m. when everybody else is getting in. Yeah, but I've started my day 3 hours before. So it's about balancing, sacrificing maybe. Yeah, and with our work schedule, at times it's very difficult to say that you go to bed early because of the commitments at work.
How prepared are you?
It's countdown now. It's less than 7 days. It's next week on Sunday, the 21st of September. And basically we are ready for it. We've been preparing for this race for the last couple of months, and you can see me very fit and ready.
How do you manage your rest?
Basically, it's about taking some time to also rest and being able to balance it with, eating properly. And I'll say, given our roles as a CEO, it's not easy because then we have very, very demanding role. Balancing stakeholders, customer needs, and delivering for the business is not as easy as any other athlete who is preparing just for a race. So the difference between some of us and the full-time athletes is you have to balance your 8 to 5 job as well as commitment to this cause. And the reason we are doing this for charity. We have Joe Sang Foundation that is geared towards supporting or uplifting the underprivileged in our society today, and I'll be running for that needy cause. This is my second race. Last year I did Chicago, and this year we're doing Berlin, and our intention is to raise an endowment fund of Kenya shillings 200 million to be able to educate the underprivileged, extremely needy children across Kenya to go through school. Running has become our passion, and I realized that it's a bigger calling. Running for fitness is good, but for me it goes beyond fitness. It goes beyond running to be able to shed weight, but for me running, it goes beyond the medals. It goes beyond recognition, but it's about impacting. It's about social impact. It's about helping the less fortunate in our ministry today to be able to get a better future. So we formed Joe Sang Foundation, which is geared towards supporting the extremely less underprivileged today in our ministry.
How did that shape up your future goals?
You get to learn so much in running a race. Remember, it's a 42-kilometer race. It's not it's a marathon, and it's not as easy as running a 10K. So you get to learn so much lessons in life. One is about endurance, which is big. You get to learn discipline, you get to learn perseverance, and more importantly, resilience. Resilience is being able to balance the physical and the mental stamina to be able to go to do your day-to-day work. So I'll mirror a marathon to a corporate life of a leader, to be able to, the lessons we've been able to learn through running my first marathon last year in Chicago, I've been able to get the lessons even as I prepared for this race. And that's also helped me in a very, very big way in terms of running a corporate organization. And that's why you see the performance of our company is growing from, from where it was to what it is today, and it's growing from good to great.
What lessons have you transferred from running leadership?
The lessons in leadership is about you got to shade up the ego. It's because running really humbles you. So humility is really a big one for you to be a great leader. It's about also pacing yourself, because at times for good things to happen in corporate, you got to persevere. As a CEO, you are the vision carrier. You're able to see that you're not chasing. It's not a short-term game, just like a race or a marathon. It's a long-term race, and therefore leadership is about perseverance. It's about patience, and it's about playing the long-term game, just like the aspiration, just like a vision of a company. So that's how it mirrors.
How do you get to Unravel?
I get to Unravel by meeting friends on a social event, playing golf. Like today I'll be playing golf in the afternoon after running 21 kilometers. And it's a way of just connecting also the other side of me in terms of getting to meet with friends, laugh with them and enjoy the game. And as well as also spend time with family, being able to, I'm married, one wife, and of course 3 kids, and we spend time with them as well, being able to mentor them.
Who is your mentor?
Quite a number, so it depends. In terms of the business world, I do admire people like Humphrey Kariuki, who've done quite a bit in terms of philanthropy out there, impacting the world. In terms of the business world, I have friends like Peter Ndegwa, who was my boss back in East Africa Breweries, now the CEO of Safaricom, Paul Russo of KCB. So we have quite a number of mentors in terms of the people running big corporates.
What is one thing you're doing today that you wish you studied on?
I think it's about the Joe Sang Foundation. I wish I started probably 10 years ago. It would have impacted many underprivileged children today. But as they say, God's timing is the best, and I believe we are now 1 year old, and we had a major launch about 2 weeks ago. And we had lots of corporates who came in to support us at that launch in Serena. Our ambition was to raise 200 over a 2-year period, 200 million Kenya shillings. And today, we are proud to say that we had about 50 million. And we are happy that we are supporting 5 students today, and we want that number to increase. So in terms of what I will have started early, that will be the foundation. But as I say, the future is very bright. We should be able to look into the next 5-10 years to be able to impact many Kenyans, especially these are orphan children. These are children from single mothers, to be able then to, these are children from the villages in Kenya who are really suffering.
Talk to us about your dreams and regrets.
There's a time I was out of work for about 4 years, so I started, and that's the time I discovered that I could run, and being able to discover a hidden talent late in the day. In terms of the dreams, I think I'll say right now by impacting life is really the passionate side of me, which I've come to discover. So the bigger dream is the bigger calling, to be able then to make a positive impact and a positive difference in society, so that in many years to come, there lived a man who impacted the world and who touched so many lives across Kenya and beyond.
What's your general comment on the sports industry in Kenya?
There's a lot we can do in our sports fraternity across the country. I think the big one, as we saw the other day, the recent football, which was held in Kasarani, the CHAN event, and we saw a lot of Gen Zs, many Kenyans came. There was no tribe. It was really about us as Kenyans and the love of the game. So there's a huge opportunity to bring sports in as a unifying factor for the country. We all know that there's AFCON, which is coming in 2027, and we should be ready as a country to mobilize the youth across the country to be able then to come together. So there's a lot of love for the game, especially football and other games as well. So it's an opportunity for us as a country to be able to put in place proper governance in place, to then be able to, we all know what happened to FKF back in the day in terms of governance issues, but I think the systems that have been put by government today, we should be able to see a better future. And for other sports such as athletics, I think we've seen our girls and boys dominating the world, and we should be able then to grow talent right from primary school, secondary as well as university. so that we don't just see these things happening by accident, or rather seeing people coming in at a level of coming out of school, but we should be able to build capacity right from when the kids are very young. And that's why you see countries like the US, they have so many sports academy, sports such as golf. Every corner of the US today, they have a golf course. So there are so many sports we can develop as a country, because we believe Kenyans by nature, we are very resilient, we are very hardworking, and that's why even across the entire East Africa, we are loved as a country in terms of as a people, and therefore we need to harness that. And sports is the avenue where we can harness and can help us as a country to be able to market our country, to be able to win in many sports events as possible. So the future for sports in this country is is big and bright.
Do you follow a strict diet?
No, we just eat normally like you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only that as you go towards the race, then you are advised a few days before to eat a lot of carbohydrates, then to be able to retain, and drink a lot of water, so that you are able to retain water in your body in the day you are running. Remember, you're running 42 is from here to Thika and past Thika, yeah, so it's not an easy one.
Do you have the meals, some meals that you can't resist?
I think we all know that, especially the pastries, yeah, those are the most convenient things to cook and to eat.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very difficult at the time to resist things like chapatis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of starch, which at times it's good, but it's also good to balance, because again, you don't want to add so much weight, then you can't carry. As you see, this body is very lean.
Yeah.
You are able then to run easy, as opposed to someone who has maybe weighs 150 kilos. You can imagine running even 10 kilometers would be very tough.
What does a family day look like for you when you're not?
It's spending time with the kids, being able to understand as they're growing up, because they look up to us in terms of parenting, and also being a good father. And I'll spend time, we have 3 kids, and I'll spend time with each of them. On a Sunday afternoon, I'll play with my 2 sons, golf, and being with them for 4 hours is a very good time to be able to catch up with them and to understand what goes on in their world. So you'll find my firstborn son today is 17 years. He's doing his last year in A-levels, and this is the right time now to talk about colleges. So we'll spend, like tomorrow, have a 4-hour game with him. So that's a time to spend and really understand what goes on. Talk about, the social aspects. 17 years of age, the right time also to ask, does he have a girlfriend and what goes on in their life. And when you are free, or when you are friends with your children, it's a good opportunity to get to know exactly. They share with you so much. Yeah, so I'll encourage parents to be friends with their children. And it's a good way of them opening up and being able to share what's going on. You should be the first person that your kid tells you what's going on in their life, either good or bad.
Who do you think is going to be at the finish line, cheering you up?
I'm going with my wife.
Yeah.
He's coming along. She'll be able to cheer me up.
Yeah.
And as I said, we are running with a group of friends. John Terrell is also running.
Yeah.
He'll be there in Berlin. And we have a number of Kenyans as well.
Yeah.
And I know this one is, there's a gentleman called Sebastian Sawe. We believe probably is in top form today. Probably that's the person to watch in Berlin. And of course, Joe Sang on the podium.
Do you have any habits that or rituals or anything?
Like today if you came in earlier, we were not doing a normal run. We were doing splits. Splits means you are able to push yourself to a very high speed. You slow down, you push yourself, so it's part of the whole preparation. And that regime is actually, it's part of the warm-up. And as you prepare now, it's 7 days before the race, you don't do a long race. So today we've only done 16-17 kilometers. Previous week we had done 21. So you slow down towards the race, because number one, you avoid as much as possible, you avoid injuries. If you are to be injured today, there is no bandwidth to recover. So that's the whole essence. And before the race, it's advisable to warm up. Especially our target is to do under 3 hours. That means you are running at a speed of almost 4 minutes per kilometer. It's not easy. and you can just wake up and you run 4 minutes per kilometer without warming up. So you warm up by about probably 3-4 kilometers before the race. So in essence, on that day we'll be doing upwards of 45k.
Have you experienced injuries?
Like last year before Chicago, I had an injury, and it took so long to recover, almost 2 months. About 2 weeks ago, I had some small, slight injury, but thank God now it has recovered. So it's part of the game, because any workout, you can't miss to have injuries from time to time. But the key thing is how you recover quickly to be able to be ready for the race.
Did you have a specific goal for how many young people you want to impact?
As many as possible.
Yeah.
As many as we can get Kenyans and beyond to support the Joy Sang Foundation. So our desire is to be able to see as many as possible go through school and they become successful business people, successful family people, and successful general people in society, so that they can be able to make Kenya a better country than it is today. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana.
Thank you.
Shukran.